Alright, this is a video about my 99 Dodge Ram 1500. Haven't really done a full detail video on this truck, but yeah, bought this thing back in January 2004, just a couple weeks before the Carolina Panthers were heading to the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. In the Super Bowl there. Can't remember the Super Bowl number at the time right now. So, but anyway, that's why I've got Panther decals all over the place. It's got the 5.9 liter and runs pretty good. You know, of course, not the best on gas for an engine this size. I can pretty much customize everything myself. And took out the factory fog lights and move them up here, and put the brush guard on. Oh man, I think I did that back in probably a year after I bought it, because I wound up hitting a 6-point deer on the way to work and it messed up the front end. So got it fixed and added the brush guard to it, and it's got teeth for the I guess for the Panther thing. I used to have some red flames, or not red flames, but just some flames in the grill, and took them out, playing around with it. But anyway, pop the old hood here. I've done a little bit of modification to the air intake system. The factory setup that was here is gone, and added a 12.5-inch diameter air cleaner with a K&N filter, and also a filter on the valve cover there for cross flow. Since the PCV valve is right there, it's sucking air in that way into the intake, and air will go in through the other valve cover there, so it's filtered. Runs pretty good, you know. Yeah, I'm sucking hot air in, but I kind of like the old muscle car look myself, so that's why I went with the circular air cleaner and not with a snorkel that I could have run down in here. But yeah, 5.9 liter 360 cubic inch V8, and only has just over 108,000 miles on it. I added a little power module from Jet for adjusting the computer a little bit. It basically adds, I guess, around 15 horsepower and adjusts the computer for better fuel economy and for performance when I want it. But yeah, added a transmission cooler. Bad thing about these Dodges are transmissions. I've had to rebuild the transmission in this thing twice, and not a cheap job. So far it's doing much better, but hopefully it won't go out again, because I'll have to really think if I'm going to spend that kind of money rebuilding a transmission for a third time. So, and the tires, they're 16-inch 16x8 American racing wheels. Pretty filthy. I got these on eBay for pretty cheap because they're pretty well oxidized. It's tried using some cleaner and polish and all, but they just don't shine up real well, so I just leave them as is. But added the Weston step bars on the side for a little bit easier access, mostly for my wife and all. You know, she has a hard time getting in my truck because it sits a little bit higher than our van here. So, but I got some BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. These are 255/70 16-inch, and these are actually retreads, believe it or not. Had them now for about 9 months. They're doing good, you know. Not the cleanest looking thing, but hell, they're $80 a tire. So, you know, try to find tires like that, you know, brand new is pretty much impossible. So yeah, open up the inside. A little filthy. I haven't cleaned it. I got Dodge Motorsport rubber mats, and pop the key in, show you the mileage, because it's real low mileage for its age. And there you go. It is 108, 171 currently. It's a quad cab, so it is a 4-door, pretty much a full back seat. And I've put a little compartment under here. A lot of Dodges don't have this, but I found a makeshift compartment that I could add for keeping my tools. You know, jumper cables, my trailer hitch, you know, and other miscellaneous stuff. So this is kind of neat. You can probably search for these online. Can't remember where I bought it, but it's got a little key which I never installed. But yeah, and this is another project for down the road. But I bought some wheel spacers. These are 5 by 4.5 with a, I think, 1 1/4 inch thickness. So my brother's got a set of wheels that are GM bolt pattern, and these will fit on there, just basically fitting on the stock bolt pattern I got. Yeah.
Warning. Car voltage low.
It's actually not, but this thing's going to be annoying. Let me shut it off. Alright, so yeah, that'll be a project for down the road. Other than that, the inside's pretty clean. I mean, not falling apart. I put this cover on. It's kind of tacky looking, but, you know, to protect the dash, because I've got a cracked dash. It's pretty well split down the middle, so that's what I use to kind of cover it up. But better than putting up one of those visors, you know, every day, getting in, getting out, stuff like that. Put a JVC system in here, detachable face, AM/FM cassette, and it's also a 12-disc changer. So that's my changer there, and takes a 12-disc cartridge. But with everything these days with MP3s, that's actually what I did, was burn MP3s. So I probably got a week's worth of music on here if I just let it go at random. And other than that, nothing else too fancy. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fire it up here. Okay, there you go. Runs smooth. Basically running a Dynamax slow catalytic converter and Flowmaster exhaust. It's basically a single in dual outlet. Take it around back here. There you go. Dual exhaust. Either side of the trailer hitch. So, yeah, pretty solid. I also have air shocks on this thing. If you can see that, those are air shocks, and there's my nozzle for filling them up. So if I'm hauling heavy loads, I just pump these things up to about 100 psi or more if I can do it. They're rated for about 150 if I'm not mistaken, 160 maybe. And you can haul a bunch of weight in the back of this truck. So I went ahead and shut it down. So yeah, pretty solid truck. I like it. Yeah, it's not the best on gas, but you know what? It's paid for, and it's got horsepower when I want it. So, but yeah, kind of parked pretty close to the edge of my driveway, so we have room for our van and all. So, but yeah, and this is one little thing I got to work on. I got to tighten this bar up. I just haven't done it. I got to take these brackets off to get to it, and just have not had the time to do that, but I will one day. So there we go. Then close it. But yeah, that's my toy. Since I don't have any hot rods anymore, this is pretty much my daily driver and hot rod combined, so to speak. So, but yep, that's it. My 1999 Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab. And one last thing, it is a two-wheel drive. This is not a 4x4, even though I kind of made it look like one. So that's it. Thanks for watching.